Welcome back. Welcome back to Kenton and Habiba. Just a little recap. As you know, we flew to New York from Raleigh, North Carolina to go see my brother Bashir. It was an awesome time. We were exhausted. We caught a flight super early in the morning, but it was nice to get to New Jersey early in the morning, rent a car, and then drive to the mountains to see Bashir. So yeah, it was a kind of gray, wet day. But of course, seeing my brother always brightens me up, and he gets to show Kenton his property because this is the first time Kenton is coming up to the mountains. We did a lot of eating. As you can see, we had some Korean food. We also had a lot of Jamaican food. Kenton had to work while we were there, so it wasn't all a vacation for him. And I had a lot of Jamaican food, like I said before. And then we drove up to the stand where apparently this is where Bashir gets his eggs. So they follow some sort of honor system. There's no attendant in the farm stand, and you just go pick up what you want and then pay for it. There are prices listed, and I guess they are a very trusting community. They had a lot of nice baked goods, dried flowers, soaps, just sort of country stuff, honey, jams, and yeah.
That's it. Transaction done.
Okay, now that you're all caught up, the next thing on the agenda is that Bashir's taking us to go meet a new acquaintance that he's made, or a new friend that he's made. She is an older lady, really sweet lady, and I thought it would be nice to encourage him to kind of get out and meet people, so that's where we're going. She lives not close to him, maybe like 20 minutes out, but it felt like forever on these gravel roads. These are intentionally unpaved roads because apparently the community likes it that way. So let's see what this experience is like, because we do not know what to expect. We've never met this person before. He's met her before. Of course, she knows we're coming, and she lives in this cute little cottage.
They are completely
Squirrel proof, huh?
Yes, completely squirrel.
Okay. Cool. I'm staying right up here. Look, she's got a floating platform down there on a lake behind her house. My goodness. I'm gonna stay right here. Wow. Can you imagine living like this? Wow, apparently most years it's frozen and they ice skate on here, but currently it's been a little bit warmer, so you can actually see the water. But she was just telling me that, yeah, normally they come out here to ice skate. Wow. They also kayak on here. I guess it must lead. It goes all around, you know, past where I can see. That's the thing with me. As soon as it's cold, my eyes just stop watering. Just stop watering. She's shocked that I have adult kids. She's like, oh, you look so young to be a doctor, to have such older kids. Because she looked at Kat and she's like, but he looks older.
Yes, and those attract the goldfinches.
It's decorative.
Oh, it's real. That's
Is it real?
Yeah, that's where the water. So she put it around her. So
after leaving her house, the lady decided to drive us around town to an area called Sugarloaf, where apparently there are a lot of artists and a lot of interesting buildings, and yeah, really cool. So it was just nice to get a different perspective of this town, especially not just for us, but also for Bashir.
I have 2 sets.
Why you have 2 sets of gloves?
When I went skiing, I had to double up.
Yeah, look at this little head on the top.
Scary.
It's probably ceramic.
J. Hengen?
Shenanigan? Oh, J Hennigan Clay and Jewelry Studio.
Ah, look at that. Oh,
It's called? I don't remember. So, you know, we're in the mountains of New York State, and in this area, apparently they had a campaign going on to save the mountain. I guess, you know, they have a mountain around them. It's a very mountainous area, and they're trying to prevent developers from coming and overbuilding or putting in high rises or apartment buildings. I guess they kind of like that small town feel, and they want to preserve it. And they had a lot of cute, quirky little artist stores. It was so cool.
So this is in the town of Sugarloaf, Orange County, New York.
Doesn't work right now. Oh wait, look at this lovely bench.
Yeah, the bench is really beautiful. Let's see if you can get a view of the bench.
Will give you a wealth
Like
of
driftwood.
wisdom.
Oh, it talked.
Huh? It's made out of driftwood.
I don't know how to work the camera, so I'm not as good a camera woman, but I'll do my best. Is it taping?
Yeah,
Okay.
it should be.
Yes, I think so.
Is the red light on?
Yes.
All these nooks and crannies and little alleyways and all these small businesses, handmade things.
And they have all kinds of jewels in there. Tons of jewelry.
Oh, I like these silver ones. These are pretty. Of course, I like anything shiny, ethnic looking. This is of driftwood, because if you can make it look beautiful with plants.
You know what would be more fun?
What?
To travel to the beach that has the driftwood and then get it there.
Yeah, well, you didn't take me there. Okay, let's go into Ava's Hope Chest. Lots of vintage finds. That's funny, I'm obsessed with dolls. I have a lot of dolls.
Oh yeah, you do?
Yeah, I customize dolls too. But the ones that look like Blythe dolls, I don't know if you've ever heard of Blythe dolls.
No. I have
Yeah.
one that you may be interested to meet.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like all kinds of dolls.
They brought one sticking.
She's about 160 years old. It
Really?
belonged to the great grandmother of my fiance in Colombia.
Oh wow. Remember these? These are like old children
Right.
toys
Yeah.
that, yeah, you spend them.
3 more rooms in the back. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, I love this. That horse. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh,
It's
and carry.
for
What?
children to. It's
Oh,
a
yeah. Oh wow,
really
yeah. So you could
flexible.
actually sit in there for a small child. Yeah, that's cool.
Never saw it. Someone
Oh,
chickened
Mr.
out.
Potato Head. Remember Mr. Potato Head back in the
But
80s?
someone
Right.
chickened out, and we ended up. You can hike. You know, we had enough room.
I think I had this movie.
Right,
Nigeria.
right, yeah.
Something similar.
These are old Victorian postcards. Yeah. Send mail. They used to be so pretty back then.
Yeah.
So pretty. People don't send letters like they do anymore. Right.
Oh, look at the stove. Oh, I love it.
That's so cute. This either is a kids or dolls. I'm not sure. Look at this.
Look, dolls.
Let it be something I can.
Pinocchio.
Yeah, that big one in the back there. Yeah, those are really vintage dolls. They really are.
Mm-hmm.
Some people think they're spooky though,
No.
but they're not.
Well, they can be scary.
Really?
What can you do? Must be young, staring at you,
Uh-huh.
and then the eyes can move.
And even things like this, like These used to be these handmade crochet.
Right, I love that, yeah.
My grandma used to make things. And I used to cross stitch when I was little, like this.
Me too, in school, I had to do it. I learned for school,
we had to, we learned. Yeah, these are like things kids don't do anymore.
Oh, they have a lot of things in here.
Yeah.
Picking cotton, definitely.
Not sure how I feel about this figure though. Overall, I will say this store had so many pretty vintage things, especially if you like this kind of thing.
It's pretty. Oh yeah, that's a nice set. And
I bake a lot of cakes and I'm like, my things now are so big.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
Americans, we eat so much, but just look at this smaller size. Or these little cupcake holders.
Yes.
They're so cute.
People were much.
Our portions were so much smaller.
Yeah. And look at this. Where's our car?
Over there.
Oh, we passed it?
Yeah, back that way.
Look what we have here.
Yeah,
What's that?
The camera.
Oh,
Look at
the
that.
vintage camera too.
that's cute. The post too.
Whoa. Careful.
My father would appreciate that. These are real photographs? Places
yes.
here? Ah.
He's, without a doubt, the most brilliant photographer in the Hudson Valley, I think.
Oh, this was pretty cool too, Bashir. That's pretty cool too, kind of interesting. It's kind of weird. It looks like what, the wind was blowing? I don't know.
What is it? It's water.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have zoomed in on the water.
So this is New Zealand. There's artwork from New Zealand. Heard it's a beautiful place there. So he did all these books? Are these all autographed by him?
Yeah, this is
Wow. So he's traveled a lot. We talked briefly to the artist who used to be an engineer before he turned to photography full time, and he's written so many books and he's traveled to so many places. He definitely seems like a really interesting person. Wish we had had more time to talk to. But anyway, onward with the tour. So next we got in the car and the lady wanted us to go to a herb shop, or herb? Do you say herb or herb? Look at these pretty African baskets, right? Oh my goodness, it smells so beautiful in here. If you like pretty things, natural pretty things, you will like this store. A lot of herbs and dried flowers and ribbons and essential oils and books and soaps, all kinds of natural things. Look, they have goat milk soap, wreaths, very pretty store. Outside they had these greenhouses, a lot of like huge greenhouses. I guess that's where they get the flowers from. You can see them in the distance. Okay, now we're at the woman's house and she is lighting the fire. And yeah, we're just fascinated by this sort of vintage style fireplace that clearly heats up the room really well. Apparently she has modern heating in her cottage, but this is also very cost effective and she likes it.
So I have to open the door, yes, until it will go to 400 degrees in about 20 minutes, half an hour.
Wow.
And this is a tap feeder. This is not, most are front feeder only, and this is tap and front.
Okay.
You have to make sure this is not a little bit.
Oh, hot, right.
The lady was so generous in spirit and very young at heart. And I can't believe, I mean, Kenton and I are complete strangers. She had us in her house. She even had gluten-free food, y'all. I was so impressed and just honored to be invited to such a lovely lady's home. We left. It is dark. Let's hope we can find our way back.
The salad.
It's the following day, and it is our last day in New York, and I really want to go into New York City. So that's where we're going, and I'm tempting fate by trying to put on lipstick while Kenton is driving down these country-looking roads because it is really bumpy, and I am definitely testing fate. Now comes the lip gloss. What is it? It says Bubbly Rose. Bubbly Rose. Nana gave it to me. What brand? Tastes good though. Bath and Body Works. It's like candy. Are currently in New Jersey. Crossing over though to Manhattan.
That way is towards Bashir. On the other side is the Atlantic Ocean.
Slow down on Harlem River Drive, 3 miles. You are still on the best route.
We lost GPS, but that guy still remembers some of this shit. So
Yeah. Right, you haven't been here in a few years, but yeah, you still pretty much remember.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, once we went under the bridge, GPS was lost, so I had to remember which exits and stuff.
Right. Whoa. Driving though is a little rough.
Yep. So the roads are still the same. Still the same.
So we're not out with Bashir today because he has work tonight. We would have liked to have gone with him. He was actually initially excited about going to Chinatown with us, but he does have to work tonight, and he realizes that he might end up, you know, having to call out if he hung out with us, because he already called out last night. So anyway, that's why he is not here, getting his needed rest before work. You know what it's like when you work overnight. It's horrible when you're exhausted because you've been up all day. So we don't know what to expect today, but hopefully it should be fun. This is the first time Kenton is coming to New York in several years. We have not been out to the city, and I'm looking forward to it. Usually one of the places that we like to go downtown around Wall Street, around where we used to live, where I went, yeah, Fulton Street, which is where we used to live, where I went to residency, Gold Street, that area, and South Street Seaport. Haven't been there in a while, by the water. And also I like around 34th Street, Penn Station area, or where Macy's is, you know, the main big Macy's. I also wanted to see the Disney store. The little girl in me still likes to go to the Disney store, the big Disney store. Point is, I could go on and on and on about all the different places I want to go while we're here, but it's not realistic. It's getting late already, and there's no way we can do all of that in one evening. You got to come to New York and spend at least 3, 4, 5 days in the city if you want to see the city. Yeah. But look at this. How come we are driving over the Brooklyn Bridge? Hello, we're supposed to be going to Manhattan, but we are over the Brooklyn Bridge. What is this GPS doing? And look at all these people on a Sunday. All right, I'm gonna try to sit back and just enjoy the ride and not harass Kenton, because he's really trying. So we hadn't planned this, but we've ended up in Brooklyn. Downtown Brooklyn. The GPS took us across the Brooklyn Bridge.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto Tillery Street.
We were supposed to be going to Manhattan. So you didn't get lost. It's just that's where the GPS took us, right, Boo?
Yeah, I don't know if it was trying to avoid an accident or something. I don't know. So it's just giving us a roundabout route. Because we had a stalled vehicle on the FDR. So that added 20 minutes to 30 minutes. So welcome to New York.
All right, well, while we're here downtown, any memories you have of downtown Brooklyn? What did we come down here for in the past?
No, it's just it's a cool place to hang out. You know, now it's got a lot more apartments and stuff. You know, a lot of gentrification. But we come down to the Fulton Mall area here.
Right, and also the Brooklyn Tabernacle Church.
Brooklyn Tabernacle Church that brought us here, so we would come here with the kids because it was a short drive from downtown Manhattan.
Right.
And over the bridge into downtown Brooklyn, so it's a nice area. I like it, and they've got the shops and the stores.
Old post office behind us, and also, oh, it's Sunday, so it's not as busy. Yeah, this is Sunday.
This is a slow day.
This is a slow day. Yeah. If you're gonna come out and drive, come on a Sunday. So yeah,
because you don't have this typical business traffic.
Right.
Truck deliveries. I mean, you know, it's because also a lot of office workers are not here. Technically, a third to half of the city, depending upon the area, is empty. So like downtown Manhattan, Wall Street, empty. It's, you know, so a lot of the offices are empty, but.
Yep, so this is what half empty looks like.
Yeah, this is half empty.
And it's not that empty. It's still busier than many small cities in the US. I mean, it's still pretty busy. Wow. So now we are on the Manhattan Bridge. Turned around and we're on the Manhattan Bridge going towards Canal Street.
This is the bridge tour.
We ain't going nowhere. We'll be going on bridges.
Just going on bridges. Just crossing back and forth.
Oh, look, there's the Freedom Tower straight ahead. You can see that.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we are in Chinatown. Definitely in Chinatown. See how tight it is. How tight the parking is. Like we're trying to turn. We've got the right of way, but then you get all these pedestrians. In typical Kenton and Habiba fashion, we're driving and looking at restaurants, thinking about food as usual. Right now, that sounds good, right? Ooh, look at those shoes, look at those shoes. Look at those shoes. Well, I like the black boots. Wonder where they coming from. New York City will always hold a special place in our heart. And who knows, maybe one day we'll go back. If we can afford it, right? But anyway, we love all the new buildings. Look at all these unusual buildings. The city is constantly growing, constantly changing. Okay, we are trying to find a place to park. We end up past Cornell Medical School. As you know, Cornell University is in Ithaca, New York, upstate New York, whereas Cornell Medical School is in the city and across from the New York Law School. There's a law school there across. Okay, downtown. Let's go. And this is around where we used to live, straight ahead, I believe. Yeah.
2 blocks is
right.
Chinatown. So.
Okay, so we're walking towards the apartment building we used to live. Literally. Right.
Yeah.
Feels a little bit different, of course. Just a little.
That's the park we used to take the kids to. to take their lunch break from the World Trade, come down.
Different, but yet it's the same.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, this is new. 55.
Yeah. That diner, Squire's Diner, that's always been there. Gardens just stuck here. This is all new. Or mini park. What are they calling it? Deluri Square. This wasn't here when we lived here. Yeah, this Lotta Les used to be the bookstore, Strand. And then, yeah, that's Gold Street. This is basically the street we lived on. And then over there, there used to be a restaurant. There used to be a Thai restaurant. And then across the street, right there, this tall building is where we lived. First we lived on the second floor, didn't we? And then we lived also on the 13th floor. We were on the 13th floor with 2 babies, or 1 baby. Yeah, 1 baby, and then by the time we had the 2nd or 3rd baby, then we got a bigger apartment on the 2nd floor. Even though I preferred the view from the 13th floor, but the apartment on the 2nd floor was bigger. And then that's where I went for residency after medical school. So excited to be in New York. So that, I used to literally walk across from this apartment building to that building to go to work. So I never had to drive. And that's also where I had Kareem. That's where Kareem was born. Literally walking across, and Miriam, both born in that hospital.
No longer.
But as we stand here, we realize that it looks like it's been gutted. It doesn't actually look like people live in there anymore. So maybe they acquired another building. That's interesting. So yeah, I don't think any medical residents live there anymore. But obviously the hospital is still there. Huh.
Now it's New York Presbyterian.
Yeah, now it's New York Presbyterian, Lower Manhattan Hospital, but it wasn't called this when I was there. And then you could just walk down here towards Chinatown. So this was a common walk for us on the weekends. But yeah, brings back memories. So I had to take a picture in front of my old training hospital because I've also taken a picture there years ago with the boys when they were younger. So that's the hospital straight ahead. That's Pace University. And then walk onto the bridge. This also reminds me of after 9/11. Having to walk to Brooklyn.
Former students that died.
Wow. There are monuments all over the city for September 11th, 2001, but this one is for the alumni and students of Pace University that passed away that tragic day.
Stupid.
Wires.
So we're walking past City Hall, really beautiful. I love these old buildings and all the detail on the gates and the fencing and the sounds of the city. I love it all. And there's the Brooklyn Bridge straight ahead. smell of New York is the smell of pretzels and meat.
I was like, oh yeah, you know, in order to receive it.
So straight ahead is the federal building. Says, if you can read, let me see. Something Station of Justices.
This is the true administration of justice. It's the firmest pillar of good government.
Getting a little chilly. You got twists or braids in my hair. It's always quieter down this area on the weekend, which is nice. Thurgood Marshall, United States Courthouse. It says the true administration of justice is the firmest pillar of good government. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I know this is an awkward place to end it, but I didn't want the vlog to be too long. Don't forget to thumbs up. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye! Yeah, there's gonna be another part coming for sure. Because I didn't even show you Chinatown and it got so long. Bye!